Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Patrice, and this is my embellished life. So, McCall's 8090 is the pattern of today. So, if that's something you're interested in, let's get in it. A previous video, I showed my pattern plans, and the two patterns were McCall's 8090, the pattern that we're going to talk about today, and Butterwick 6655. That's for my office wear. And I decided to start with the non-office wear. I mean, office wear is what I want, but at the same time, I'm not sewing office. I don't know the logic behind of it, but you're just gonna ride the wave with me. Just ride the wave with me. So yes, so I chose to start with McCall's 8090, and the dilemma that I had with this pattern was actually the fabric. I wasn't sure which fabric that I was going to choose. Now the contender is, just get it from here. The contender for this pattern was this beautiful cotton lawn fabric that I purchased from my local fabric store, along with some the double cotton gauze. It's somewhere about. But those are the two fabrics that I um, was contending with to use for this pattern. And in the end, the white um, double cotton gauze won. To be honest, I'm not sure if that was the best selection because I'm noticing some things with the fabric now that everything is sewn up. I mean, the fabric sewn beautifully. I've never used. I don't think I've ever sewn with double cotton gauze before. I think it was the first time. And the pattern, the fabric, beautiful. It sews beautiful. I like it. We'll sew it again. But I've noticed some things structure wise with this fabric. Um, but we'll see. But we'll talk about it. Anyway, so that's what I selected for. That's the fabric that I selected for this pattern. Now, McCall's 8090, it's an oversized dress pattern. And I think this pattern either came out in 2020, 2021, somewhere around that blurred season. Yeah. So, and I know this is a very popular pattern to this day. If you search the hashtag on Instagram, you would see quite a bit of patterns. Dresses and variations of these dresses from this pattern. Ooh, very inspirational. So yes, so I decide to sew it up now at the moment. And one thing with this dress, one thing that I wanted to achieve with this dress is that I wanted it to be as versatile as possible. So I want the option of having it to wear for church or maybe a nice outing somewhere. You could wear it with either sandals or heels or even my Converse or top Nikes if I have to, or Vans, something like that. So I wanted it to be versatile as it can, and give me a lot more options to wear the dress. And I think that might be one of the reasons I opted for the white instead of the printed pattern. Now, the views for this pattern, it has three views, and the views differ in the sleeve and the length of the dress. So, view A is a shorter version of the dress, and it has a short sleeve. I think it was up to the elbow length. View B is the same length of view A. The difference is it's long sleeve and it also has lace trimmings. And then view C is the longest version, I would say midi length, and it's sleeveless. So the view that I chose was view A. Yes, so I did view A, and the end product is actually a variation of view A because in the end I decided to omit the sleeves. So I did view A, and I omitted the sleeves. Now, in terms of the pattern pieces and the pattern sizing. Now, this pattern, and I guess it would make sense if I show you the dress first. So, this is the end product of the dress. It's all white, and I know it's blowing it out a bit. So, that's the bottom, that's the top, that's the back. I haven't added my tag, my label in it as well. So that's something I have to go back to do. Now, let's talk about the pattern pieces. And let me just get my notes here. Now, this pattern piece, um, originally it has 10 pattern pieces, but I omitted three. So in the end, I used seven pattern pieces. So the pattern pieces that I omitted was the arm facings. I used what you may call it, bias tape, bias binding for the facing. I actually ran out of white and I was too lazy to make. So I used some black out of my stash, and it's gonna do what it do. And also I omitted the facings for the neck, the front and back neck facings, and I used the bias binding for that. This is where the last of the bias binding went. The white, I should say. Okay, so I omitted those three pattern pieces, and it resulted in this end product. Now, what I'm noticing with this fabric is that it doesn't hold structure very well. And as you can see, like in the arm region, you can see it's kind of, you know, floppy and wobbly. And I don't know how to feel about that. I find that it doesn't hold the structure very well. So in the end, I'm not sure if this was the correct fabric to use, even though it's in the fabric recommendations. I don't think it was the correct choice, but it's made, and we're gonna make it work. We're gonna definitely make it work. Now, in terms of the adjustments that I made for this pattern, now this pattern originally is very low waisted. Um, I'll put the picture back up. The waist is very low for this pattern. That is a no no for me. So I actually adjusted the bodice of uh, of this dress. And when I actually searched the hashtag on Instagram, I noticed that some people also adjusted their bodies as well. Not that I needed any permission or validation or vindication to do so. I was going to do that regardless. But it was nice to see that other people actually did it, and I was able to see the end product of what they did. So that was a plus for me. So I decided to shorten it by 2 inches. And definitely I am happy with it. Is much, much better than the original length. And I am happy with that. Whether or not I should have taken it further, I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. But for now, I'm actually happy where it's at. Now, to accommodate, I since I shortened the length of the bodice, I had to accommodate for that length in the tails, right? So I added an inch to the first and second tail. Well, it's only two tails, so I added an inch to each tail. My mistake was I added the inch, but I didn't add the extra for the seam allowance. So basically, the seam allowance took away most of the length because I didn't account for it. Stupid mistake, but Anyway, things happen. So I forgot to add the seam allowance and it ended up being taken back out when I was sewing because I used the 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. So the dress is a tad bit shorter than I would have liked. Um, I am still going to wear it because for other purposes, going out and stuff like that, I can wear it because I do wear dresses that length, but I wanted to maximize its versatility. So I don't think I will be comfortable wearing this dress at church because it's just a tad too short. So yeah, but I can wear it other places, and I'm definitely going to make this dress again. So I have made a mental note on all the pattern pieces about adding the extra seam allowance when I make the dress again. Now, in terms of the sizing, I opted to do this is an oversized dress, and the finished garment measurements would have placed me at a large. Believe me, I've learned my lesson from McCall's 7969. I think that's what it was. The one in summer that I made, 7969. I've learned my lesson. So I actually sized down to a medium, and I am extremely happy about that. So the fit, I have no issues with the fit at all. Just enough positive ease, just enough, and I am here for it. Now, this dress is easy to make, very easy to make, no notion required. A beginner can make this dress. Okay, I only required the binding because I didn't want to mess and fiddle with the facings. But this requires no notions. Extremely easy to make, and the instructions are very easy to follow. One thing I don't like about this dress is that in the gathering portion, it doesn't have as much gathers that I thought it would have. And when I read other individuals' pattern reviews who did this dress, they actually said the same thing, that they wish that it had more gathers. Because to me, it mostly looks like it's just a seam. There's no as much gathering effect that I would have liked. So that is my only thing about this dress. I wish that it had that the gathering effect. I wish that it was more of that. But other than that, I do like the dress. The verdict is still out for me whether or not I've used the correct fabric. I don't think I have. In terms of structure, it looks a bit, especially in the arm, a bit kind of. I don't know, but we'll see. And I am going to make this dress again. I do have plans to make this dress again. I might make it in this fabric, add the sleeve this time. We'll see. But I definitely do have plans to make it again. And I would encourage anyone to make it. Definitely a 5 out of 5. Most definitely. I love this pattern. Now, I encourage anyone to make it and put it a part of the stash. Now, I can acknowledge that on my side of the hemisphere, that we are in autumn, and there are places that actually has a distinct autumn or fall season. So this pattern might not be on your radar. Maybe if you use a different type of fabric and you use it as a layering piece, it can be. But I can appreciate that for some people, this pattern is not on their radar. Fair enough. But I would still encourage you to make it a part of your stash while this pattern is available. I mean, it's a hot pattern, so it's still available, but it wouldn't last forever. So if you don't have it a part of your stash, get it and put it a part of your stash so that you'll have it for the other season where it's warmer. Or you can change up the fabric and put it a part of your sewing plans and make it now. Right now. So yes, get this pattern. Highly recommend it. All right, lovies, that is all that I have today concerning McCall's 8090. Those definitely a keeper. Yes, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below, and also follow me on Instagram where you can keep up with my other crafting shenanigans. I hope you have a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of your week. Think lovely thoughts. Keep on smiling. And always remember to make beautiful and wonderful things. All right, lovies, I'm out of here. Bye. Hello, everyone. Yes, yes, yes. Now, I'm in the middle of a photo shoot for McCall's 8090, and this dress was so nice that I had to make it twice. Yes, with the cotton lawn fabric. Absolutely love it. Love, 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 love it. Oh my goodness. I cannot say enough about this dress, McCall's 8090. Definitely a TNT for me. Absolutely loving this dress. Look, you guys, if you do not have this pattern, get this pattern. I'm already thinking up of other ways and other material that I have in my stash that I can use to make this dress again. I think I might make it about two more times before the year is done. I think. Don't hold me to it though. So as usual, I'll show you the pictures of both dresses and I hope you enjoy. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Gotta finish this photo shoot. Bye.